Yes folks, we are covering a new Atari 7800 game. The Pac-Man 40th Anniversary Collection. Brought to us by Atari. No, not that pathetic excuse of a company. When we say Atari, we mean the folks from Atari age. The games included are Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. Yes, that game that you rarely see re-released due to the nightmare that is the copyright of the game. We recommend people to make a petition to save Miss Pac-Man from ad games. As a compilation, this game already sucks because it doesn't have Junior Pac-Man at all, or Baby Pac-Man for that matter. We don't see any excuse to not have the game, especially now that we see that you know how to program scrolling. Yes, we know that Junior Pac-Man is a bloody hard game made for Pac Pro players, but it can still be a fun time. We actually played the original arcade of Junior Pac-Man a few days ago, and while it can be a tough game, we still enjoyed ourselves with the game, and it is definitely the opposite of the amount of fun you can have with Professor Pac-Man, which is none. It's rather strange that Miss Pac-Man is the first game on the list by default. These middle-aged folks need to stop chasing Miss Pac-Man's mango for real. If you still think this yellow ball is hot, then I guess you were never able to leave your childhood and stop being just like the 80s kids from that Miss Pac-Man commercial, or like those folks that still simp for Miss Michelle Pfeiffer in comments sections. If there is a seeming oversight that we don't appreciate, is how you are not allowed to go fast by holding a button. This is definitely a step down from the 2006 version of the compilation, because in that version, you do have the option to go fast at any time you want, just by holding the button. That definitely hindered our enjoyment when playing this. We also don't like how the old smaller graphics from the 2006 version are not available either. The reason we feel the need for stability on this is because we like to be able to see the whole maze at all times. Even the portable versions of Pac-Man allowed you to see the whole screen at the cost of the graphics looking more pixelated. The sound does a reasonable job of replicating the arcade sound. That is a good accomplishment considering the 7800 uses the same outdated sound chip from the 2600. That is a major flaw that is not the fault of the people who made this game. The people at Atari should have added a sound chip that resembles what the Commodore 64 could produce sound-wise, not reusing an outdated sound chip from the 70s. While the graphics are closer to the arcade games, they are less accurate when it comes to the color palette. We would love to recommend this compilation, but we simply cannot pretend we like this. We would honestly rather play the 2006 version despite its horrible renditions of the musical jingles, or a bunch of Pac-Man inspired games instead. Don't misinterpret what we are telling you folks, the collection is not horrible, it's just that it has enough annoyances that ended up being a deal breaker for us in the end. If you want to own a cart for a console that you probably don't care about owning, then just buy KC Munchkin for the 7800 instead, which is another Atari H production, and is definitely not a major kick in the goulers in price, unlike Krautbuster.